Sometimes, it's not the end of the world that scares us. It's what comes after. Here are 5 gripping post-apocalyptic movies from 2022 to 2025 you don't want to miss.
Activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
5. Civil War, 2024.
It's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America.
What happens when America turns on itself? Civil War, directed by Alex Garland, Ex Machina, Annihilation, is a chillingly plausible look at a near-future United States fractured by rebellion, authoritarianism, and media decay. The film follows a team of journalists, played by Kirsten Dunst, Wagner Moura, and Kelly Spaney, traveling across a war-torn nation to document the final moments of democracy. Garland's inspiration came from real-world political polarization and the erosion of truth in the digital age. He aimed to make the story non-partisan, focusing instead on the experience of collapse from a ground-level, human perspective. Filmed with a documentary-style camera approach, much of Civil War was shot using real natural light and practical effects to immerse viewers in the chaos. The actors underwent real field training to portray war correspondents authentically, often performing scenes in single takes under brutal conditions. The result is an intense, thought-provoking thriller that doesn't offer easy answers, just urgent questions about freedom, responsibility, and what comes after the fall.
You won't believe what I found.
What is this?
Seeds.
4. Vesper, 2022. Set in a collapsed ecosystem where bioengineering dominates, Vesper follows a resourceful 13-year-old girl who survives in the remnants of a broken world with the help of her ailing father and a mysterious stranger. Directors Christina Buozeit and Bruno Samper spent nearly a decade developing the world of Vesper, drawing inspiration from climate change, class division, and the untapped strength of youth. The movie stands out for its handcrafted, practical sets and beautifully gritty visuals, created on an indie budget. The directors refused to use typical post-apocalyptic tropes and instead went for a European fairy tale meets science fiction tone that gives the film its distinctive emotional weight. It's a dark, intelligent, and hopeful take on survival, led by one of the strongest young performances in recent memory.
When the war started, they protected me. Took better care of me than humans would have.
3. The Creator, 2023. In a future where humans are at war with artificial intelligence, a hardened ex-soldier is tasked with destroying a mysterious weapon, only to discover it's a childlike AI who may be the key to peace. Directed by Gareth Edwards, Rogue One, The Creator was inspired by his travels through Southeast Asia and his interest in how real-world communities interact with technology. Instead of relying heavily on green screen, Edwards shot on location and used natural light, blending real-world environments with VFX, a move that saved money and made the world feel lived in. The production team faced the unique challenge of designing futuristic tech that still felt culturally grounded and emotionally resonant. The result? A stunning and deeply human sci-fi epic that feels fresh and personal.
You can't have a cat in here.
It's a service cat.
2. A Quiet Place, Day 1, 2024. This prequel to the A Quiet Place series explores the initial moments of the alien invasion that brought silence to the world. Directed by Michael Sarnowski, the film stars Lupita Nyong'o as a terminally ill woman navigating the chaos of New York City during the onset of the catastrophe. The story delves into the immediate terror and confusion as society collapses under the threat of sound-sensitive creatures. The film received positive reviews and grossed over $261 million worldwide.
Right, sit here. Sit Auntie, what's going on? Jimmy, sit still, keep quiet, and do not move from this spot.
28 Years Later, 2025. Directed by Danny Boyle, 28 Years Later is the third installment in the acclaimed series that began with 28 Days Later. Set nearly 3 decades after the original outbreak of the Rage virus, the film follows Jamie, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and his son Spike, Alfie Williams, as they venture from the safety of Lindisfarne Island back to the mainland, confronting evolved threats and the remnants of a devastated Britain. The cast also includes Jodie Comer and Ralph Fiennes. Cillian Murphy, star of the original film, returns as an executive producer and is rumored to make a surprise appearance. Whether it's war, silence, machines, or the collapse of everything we know, these stories remind us what it means to survive, and what we're willing to fight for. Which of these would you survive? Let me know in the comments. And if you're into lists like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Because the end of the world is just the beginning.